How's it going? It's Chris Enriquez from New Noise Magazine, and we are here today with Gogol Bordello, who are on the front cover of our latest issue. They're performing behind me here at 30 Rock in the Rough Trade NYC below venue, and it's sold out. And all these amazing people are here today. How excited is everybody for Gogol Bordello? Come on, dance to me. We got the line going down over here, so let's go on the front cover. And we got more people. Who's excited for Gogol Bordello? I know that. Woo! All right, it's going to be awesome. So we're going to do a little chat before the event with the band, and then they're going to perform. See you in a sec. Everybody, welcome to Rough Trade. My name is Chris. I'm from New Noise Magazine. I'm just going to go over a few formalities, and then we're going to introduce the band. And I'm going to do a Q&A with Eugene first, actually, before the performance and the meet and greet. As I said, I am from New Noise Magazine. We have Gogol Bordello on the front cover, which you guys all have in your hands. Really exciting. Give the band a hand. It's really always exciting for me to do this. Half my family worked in this building. I've been coming here since I was 5. And to be down here with my company, it's just like a very special experience for me. So we appreciate your support. You know, we have these events every other month, so follow New Noise Magazine and stay up to date. A few people to shout out. This is sponsored by DistroKid, the #1 connector of all musicians to get music and podcasts across all platforms. We're filming this today for New Noise and DistroKid. So you guys are giving us your consent to be on camera by being in here, so thank you. It's going to be part of a program called Rough Cuts. You could watch it. We had Dead Guy, Thrice, Biohazard, and now Gogol Bordello, and we have more to announce. That's right. Thank you to Scott Sommer and Casa Gogol over here for making this happen with me. Shout them out. Lucy Paskowski, the publicist for Gogol Bordello, for working on the front cover. And most of all, thank you to Rough Trade for hosting and letting us do this. We really appreciate the support of underground music. And you guys for all coming early and spending your day with us. So give yourselves a hand, please. Eugene has a new book called Lost Innocent World. It's coming out on December 8th, 2026. You can pre-order it right now, and it's about his electrifying journey as a Ukrainian refugee to the global punk icon that he is today. So go order that. It's called Lost Innocent World. I'm excited to read it. It looks awesome. And then one more thing here. When we do the meet and greet, 7 of you, I guess that's just like how many we brought of these, at random, we'll be getting this special record from the band. It's called NYC Continuity Volume 1. As you can see, it has the old school New York City token, like the one I have on my neck here that you used to have to use back in the day. And it's out on Casa Gogol, and it's called New York Does Old New York. And so I wanted to tell you a little bit about that. We have Grace Bergier featuring Thurston Moore from Sonic Youth doing All Tomorrow's Parties by the Velvet Underground. We have Puzzled Panther as well doing Dirty Boots by Sonic Youth. We got Mary Shelley doing The Great Curve by the Talking Heads. Pawns doing Fast Money Music by Suicide. BKGD Audio doing Murphy's Law. And then we have Karen O from the Yeah Yeah Yeahs. Give her a hand. She's like my favorite. With Eugene. And then we also have Crazy in the Brains, Abba Zaba, Grace Bergier again, and Gogol Bordello. There's so many great tributes here. Oh, and Jesse Mallon as well. We got to give a hand to Jesse Mallon. So everybody put your hands together for my boy, Eugene Hütz from Gogol Bordello. Get up here. Sorry I took your microphone.
What's happening, man?
Yes, everybody, have you got the new album, We Mean It, Man? What do you guys think? You guys enjoying it so far? As I've told you personally, for me, like, I love the reggaeton beats, especially on the title track. And I feel like you guys really incorporated a lot of different stuff into this record. It's always been a diverse.
How could I not? You know, it's like,
Exactly.
since '97, I was kicking around Lower East Side when reggaeton was just being born. To me, it's basically as important as Ukrainian folk music. You know, at this point, it has same impact on my nervous system as authentic Ukrainian ballads. So
Absolutely. And, I did want to talk about that too, because the band started out in the Lower East Side. I love New York. This is where I'm from. And I feel like you channeled a lot of different aspects of New York culture. Indie sleaze, as you mentioned, it's kind of like basically just like a breeding ground for so many different types of punk rock. And I feel like this is your most New York City sounding record to me. Do you want to talk about the creative process and sort of like what went into refreshing your sound for the new album?
yeah, actually, it's kind of up to part with Gypsy Punk's record in terms of like being a collage, you know, and like as opposed to say like record before we did with Walter Schreifels, which was like, you know, kind of just digging into the iceberg of punk and hardcore influences. But over the years, I kind of realized that I'm the only person really in the world, you know, the only member in Gogol Bordello who actually understands its old genesis. You know, because by the time like I met Sergey and Pedro, like we just kind of chimed in on this idea of creating new genre, gypsy punk, so-called, whatever the fuck that means. You know,
Well, they're about to find out.
yeah,
They
exactly.
probably know already.
Well, it means I termed it like that because we needed a playground, sonic playground for something new. You know, that something didn't have like real identity that we gonna claim. So, but by the time we met, you know, like Sergey had no idea that I just spent 10 years like shredding through hardcore bands and, you know, like, and a stack of synthesizers home. Like he just thought I was some guy with acoustic guitar and that I fell off the tree with acoustic guitar. Like I didn't. I picked up acoustic guitar for the first time in '98 to start Gogol Bordello. I was taking guitar lessons from gypsy music was really important to me at that time, and so I started taking guitar lessons from maestros of gypsy jazz and gypsy authentic players. But I was a new kid on the block in that culture. I wasn't from that tree, you know. This album kind of encapsulates all of those influences that even Gogol Bordello itself had no idea about, especially techno too, because
Well, yeah, absolutely. And techno and house music and the club kids and all the stuff that happened, in that time frame. I feel like all of these aspects, even Italo disco, even though that's not necessarily a New York thing, I hear a lot of that as well. Yeah, totally, totally. And the things you're talking about too are what make the record so unique, because without the hardcore, without the Italo disco, without all this stuff, you don't have this sound, and he really perfected it. So again, like it's an amazing record, and I'm glad that everybody here has it, because they had to get it to get in, right? You know, you had a great producer. Maybe you could talk about that. He worked with the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, and you even had a member of the Yeah Yeah Yeahs collaborate on a song. So let's talk about that a little bit.
yeah, it feels strange to introduce Nick Launay because he's like look up your record collection, you'll find his name on the back of many many albums by Kate Bush and PIL and Midnight Oil, Nick Cave, Talking Heads, yes, Refused.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
So Idols more recently, Imelda and the Sniffers, and who else is on there? Did he do a Viagra Boys yet?
I'm not sure,
Probably
but
next.
I mean, it's very eclectic.
Yeah,
Very
so
eclectic.
you get the drift. It's a very drony post-punk kind of a sonic um, aesthetic that Nick Launay kind of boiled down for all of us to dig. And he's spider web. He kind of, I see him as kind of a sonic spider that woven this incredible web of amazing albums, starting with Flowers of Romance of Pill.
Oh my God, yeah,
Yeah,
coming
he
to
was
New York soon too.
he was
Yeah.
a teenager then, and John, you know, Lydon just kind of gave him this carte blanche fucking visa into the biz, you know, by really digging his stuff. You know,
Quite a blessing too.
yeah, total blessing. And so he took all that artistic audacity and just fucking killed it.
I
for
think
all of
that
us.
mentioning that sort of analogy, like a spider. I mean, every song has a life of its own. It doesn't feel like very samey to me. And I want to talk about the single Ignition. And you had Liev Schreiber, a very old friend of yours. He had quoted in the press release I got, "My brother from another mother," regarding you, ridiculously insane with the heart and mind and voice of a poet. You want to talk about your
Okay.
friendship with him a little bit, and also the video and documentary? Let's give that some shine as well.
Yeah, the video is for Ignition, and it was a kind of the song was kind of written about lifelong friends. Especially, we live in a world of fucked up, fractured things where nothing is really tangible anymore. And as we go on, it's becoming less and less tangible. But it's like it seems like a lot of times the only thing you really can count on is friends that you actually have for a decade too. You know, that's what the song is really about. And Leo is just exactly that guy. I mean, we had a very tumultuous beginning of a friendship because um, I wasn't easy to work with
Well,
on a film. I
yeah.
hate the fucking actor lifestyle. Getting up at 6 in the morning. So,
Right.
so for me, getting up 6 in the morning meant not going to bed at all, and then showing up at the fucking set.
It's true. I met up with you at a
Yeah.
bar in the Lower East Side, and you had just woken up, and I think it was 11:30 p.m. A
Yeah.
couple weeks ago. But Leah, all joking aside, also you have both touched on like social and political things, and he's come out to your events, and I know that's a lot of that means a lot to you, and it's part of your music as well.
Yeah. I mean, he's a true champion of Ukraine, also.
Yes.
And not because of his incredible roots with Ukraine, but because of the principle,
Yes.
and that's almost more important. To
Absolutely.
defend
Yeah.
the principle.
Yeah.
Lord knows Ian Mackay is a man. He's a principled man, and that's why.
I think that would be a great time to remind people that punk rock music is different because it's rebel music. It's a lifestyle. It's not a style of music. It's not a genre. It's a movement. It's a lifestyle, and we've been living it for a long time. So thanks to Gogol Bordello for keeping it fresh and alive, and at a time that we need it.
Hype, man.
The last thing I'm going to
Yeah.
ask you before we move on to performance, we're obviously in a record store, and I know you probably will have a lot to say about this, but if you could go through the entire record store and pick out 3 records that really changed your life and helped you become the musician and man that you are today, what records would those be and why?
Oh man, I think I already have like 6 copies of those records. But okay, let's do it again. Um, you know, it's kind of a bit chameleonic. Well, there is a bit of leeway with favorite records always. I guess the most fundamental record that I'll always reverse to is Jimi Hendrix' Band of Gypsies.
Oh, yes, classic.
It's like whenever I went on first date with somebody, I put them through the shredder of that record.
Yeah.
And so by the same token, I mean, there's a lot of fantastic records. Just like every record I just named produced by Nick Launay is one of those albums. But in the same time, Stooges Funhouse.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of people go to Raw Power for the Stooges kind of iconic credit, but no, it's Funhouse. Yeah, it's more existential, wild side of American existentialism, boiled down.
It's
Yeah,
obviously
no glam
revolutionary.
bullshit.
Yeah, it
Just
always pains me that it came
yeah,
out before
totally.
the New York City punk
Yeah,
stuff.
you
but
can't
it
fuck
is
with
what
that
it is.
record.
Yeah.
And in fact, when I lived in Brazil, I had a band of local Brazilian guys who we just played Stooges Funhouse and nothing else.
Yeah.
Exactly as it was performed and exactly that sequence of songs, that was our thing.
That's
And I could
amazing.
never get enough of it. Yeah, it was fucking amazing. And the third one is probably, well,
It's a tough one because it's the last chance to
yeah, it's a lost
Yeah.
chance. Then
drop an
the
album.
fucking earth opens up and I go through the thing and bye everybody. I want to say "Let Love In" by Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a kind of all-encompassing Bad Seeds record. Kind of songs are fucking phenomenal. Bad Seeds at the top of the game. Um,
These are all great on vinyl too, and
they're so good
yeah,
on vinyl.
yeah.
Yeah, I think those three. And
Well, everybody,
and
you
then
should
30 more.
You should pick them up here and support the store
Oh, yeah.
on your way up. The band's gonna get up here in a second and perform. So hang tight and don't leave because we're doing a meet and greet right over here after the show. And some of you will be picked at random to get these free records.
Yeah. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you. Love you,
Yeah.
brother.
And
What's that?
I mean, we just discovered that. And
This is
I
a
was
coincidence.
I was like, when did I give you that? And he was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck are you talking about? I had that since '96. So we've been apparently wearing the same New York City coin.
I have never seen that on you, and you've never seen this on me. And
Every
we've
member
been
of
around
Gogol
each other.
Bordello and Puzzle Panther has that.
That's crazy. Yeah. I used to use them right over here behind everybody in that subway
Uh-huh.
terminal when I was like a kid. Yeah. Super cool. And I love New York, and we all love New York. And
Exactly.
we're here. We're at 30 Rock. This is insane. Like, it doesn't get lost on me, man. Like,
Gang,
this
brother.
is- yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
This one.
Oh, there it is. Okay. There it is. All right. These guys got to come
Rock
out
rocket.
here and play some music in a second. So don't go anywhere. Thank you.
This one is called Ignition.
With competition it's gonna last all night. And that's a feeling that we call alright. And that's a feeling that's gonna last all night. So we have a lot of special guests tonight with us here. All the, you know, the major representation of Casa Gogol crew. But in addition to that, those of you who possibly saw the video for this next song called Life is Possible Again probably noticed that it features a certain hypnotist. And this hypnotist is with us today. So if I'm gonna start crawling on all four for no fucking reason, you know what happened. Willard Morgan. Here he comes. I want to get hypnotized in public and see what the fuck happens. See what am I really made out of. I'm going out on a fucking limb right here. Here we go. Life is Possible Again. Willard. Let's hit it, brother. Well. Life is possible again. Life is possible again. Just when you think you heard it all and saw it all right through, when you think that suicide the only honest thing to do, then you shake out your coattail and you hit the holy grail in such an angle, such a way that life is possible again. Life is possible again. Yeah, 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 yeah. And you shake out your coattail and you tell the holy grail in such an angle, such a way that life is possible again. 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 The first one's better, you got it all better. The better the sooner you kick it right through. But how anything now never be joyous after what happened, but they all just wanted to do. The life of a girl is starting to narrow. Wanna cut through you, just let it in. And you shake up your coattail and you tell me all the grill is such an angle, such a way that life is possible again. Life is possible again. Life is possible again. And you shake out your coattail and you tell the holy grail is such an angle, such a way that life is possible again. Life is possible again. Life is possible again. Life is possible again. Yeah, 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 yeah. Shake out your coattail and you tell the holy grail. It's such an angle, such a way that life is possible again. What have you done, motherfucker? Anybody else up for Hypnosis? Meet and greet section over there, yeah. Knock yourself out. Willard Morgan with us, yes. All right. Confucius. Ah. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But don't forget about the moron always lurking in the bushes. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. To reinterpret sweet lines of your story. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And give your story glory of a different kind of category. Yeah, I know you're ready to go, but I just want you to know that I no time for idiots. Seems so just fine. Get on. What's the secret ingredient? Idiot Brazilian, so where do I get mine? I don't believe that things that just it seems. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Like crossing Boulevard off the porcupine of shattered dreams. Woo! Yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So cold and lonely, there, pressing all together. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Jump each other with a quill and break it on the weather. Yeah, I know you're ready to go, but I just want you to know that pick it up, let's go. Get on. What's that missing ingredient? Idiot Brazilian soul. Steve LaRosa in the house. You might be Wittgenstein, you might be Schopenhauer. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Either do the towel, get out of shower. Ha. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. To interpret sweet lines of your story. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. And give your story different fucking kind of category. Ha. I know you're ready to go, but I just want you to know that idiots. Seems only just fine. Get on. What's the secret ingredient? Idiot Brazilian. don't wanna end up on a plate, allez, levitate, smuggle your dream in under your skin. Oh yeah, 'cause in the end we are all only small time mistakes. See you on the other side. For now I am done wasting my lifetime talking out of your suicide. Under your colonized mind, daughter, way. If you don't wanna end up on a plate, allez, motherfucker, levitate, smuggle your dream in under your skin, yeah. 'Cause in the end we are all only small time mistakes. I'll see you on the other side. For now I am done wasting my lifetime talking you out of your suicide. Yeah. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. For now I am done wasting my lifetime talking you out of your suicide. We are only small-time mystics, handling big time. Your sunken bell is salvaged, it's about to chime. We are only small-time mystics, handling big time. Sunken bell is salvaged, and it's about to chime. It's about to... Leo Mintek in the house. Yeah. 'Cause in the end we are all only small time mistakes. See you on the other side. For now I am done wasting my lifetime talking you out of your suicide. Come on now. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Talking you out of your suicide. Yeah. Talking you out of your suicide. Yeah, talking you out of your suicide. We are only small-time mystics, handling big time. Ooh yeah, like that. And they said a night is, and it's about to start. We're only small-time mystics, handling big time. Sunken bell is salvaged, it's about to chime, and it's about to chime. Yeah. All right. It's very Montreal. Club Super Sex. Where are your friends, Gogol Bordello? Thank you for turning up on a rainy day. Thank you to New Noise Magazine. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Everybody stay on stage. We're going to get a photo with the audience, so if you performed, let's get everybody in here. Thanks for coming, everybody. Don't leave. We're doing a meet and greet over here. And a couple...
Yeah, Rough Trade, big ups, Gogol Bordello, once again, right?
That's right. That's right. That's how you do it. Come on. Thanks for checking out this episode of Rough Cuts featuring Gogol Bordello. Thank you to DistroKid, our sponsors. Thank you to Rough Trade for having us. That's it. We're out.
Analyze anything, anyone who is bringing the people apart. Scrutinize anything, anyone that is bringing the people apart. Playing a battle against one another is not some new kind of sport. Once again. We need it now. 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 Once again. Under panoptical microscope where we somehow continue to breathe. Brothers are played against one another while sisters continue to bleed. There is no center.